Hello. Do you know who I am? So do I. And you and I are going to have fun talking with each other because there's so much I want to know about you. You see, that is our special secret game. I'm going to ask you all sorts of exciting questions, and you're going to tell me ever so many interesting answers. Are we ready? Then here we go.
Welcome to the Garbagerie. Garbagerie.
Welcome to the Garbagerie.
Section 1.
Welcome home, sweetie face. Glad to have you back again.
What do you mean?
How would you feel?
I approached you.
But this winter...
Probably not.
You and your advice.
Get uptight.
Uptight.
Oh, but Max knows all that.
Here's the story.
Stop!
I'm sorry for what I did to your face.
Yep, it's real good.
But I'll let you guys decide.
Did you hear her?
Really tough.
There's a lot of things you don't think of.
Sitting in the car in a trance.
Wasn't that fun?
That's fine. And I'm very particular about what I like.
Which one?
I've got to get a new one!
And I borrowed the sum of $50.
It's too late for me.
Ollie, you ain't changed a bit.
Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses.
Maybe I'm selfish.
Well, it's probably a coincidence.
Probably irritated.
I believe if you listen closely,
With a good job.
Listen to me.
It all demands a lot of charm.
One piece each time.
The kind we can all use. Nevertheless, it's an unforgettable experience.
A roast chicken out of the oven.
Whatever they're supposed to be.
Point at what you want and say,
So I'm giving you an opportunity here.
You got a deal, friend.
there's a satanic influence.
Can you help me?
When is your birthday?
You have to look very closely under the word sticks.
That's correct.
Today's rock music.
I'm getting used to the idea.
That's the nice part of it.
Get a sack and put a pie to work.
These facts may save your life.
Can you sing any songs?
There is quite a history, isn't there?
Smoke a super king size cigarette.
Marry me?
Yes.
get all your money back. Start with dynamite again.
Now there's a can of Campbell's baked beans.
I'm your talking friend.
I am single.
No more waiting in line.
This may be just a drop in the bucket.
She's still a very good swimmer.
What a difference, wow.
What in the world are you talking about? What it is.
What's the first thing you do?
Tell him I'm sorry for lying to him. I really couldn't sing at first.
Because I'm telling you.
The Beatles did only a little damage.
Any one of us could use a bit more than we have.
What kind of pony you got out there?
I'm no longer interested.
What is your name, please?
Give it a rest.
Don't call me no disc jockey.
They must be destroyed.
And I know you're as glad as I am.
I want the one that's tied out back.
Some do immediately and some take longer.
I want to explain to you what their message is.
10, 12 times a day.
Because you're on the north side, do you think you get more sun, too?
What color is it?
I don't really know.
You must undergo surgery immediately.
If you had listened carefully, it would have said
Eyeshadow, shampoo, soap, cologne, necklaces, hats.
Sold separately.
On Wednesday.
When you've done that,
Just put me on hold.
turn around and run back out.
You lost, take off your clothes.
Why not?
And you can erase my number 6-7 times a day.
It was kind of a secret affair.
Oh, no.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
I said, oh, shucks.
Oh, wonderful.
Who's interfering?
It doesn't get so dusty there.
I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off.
Creamy body.
Can you use that on the south side of the road?
Very passionate.
Oh, go roll around with Doris.
I dropped myself.
I wish you'd laugh with the rest of the group, please.
He can't do that.
Thanks to you for putting it there.
And he wanted to see it.
As bad as I am.
Now, listen closely.
Who are you mad at?
I know you'll enjoy it.
What do you want him to do?
Read the instructions in your book. What can I do?
The feel is casual.
Seeing that no one was around.
I want you.
It makes me mad.
That's what some people say it says. You don't care what happens to Dick, do you?
As the countdown rocks on.
Can we start right now?
We've been there.
They are nude together.
There's no escaping it.
Christine is the title of it.
Wait, dude, how are you going to do that with the candy bar?
I was born with a tooth, so.
Here, have a cup of Joe and we'll talk about it, huh?
I won't let you go, though. If you listen very closely, you'll hear,
Ooh, that's smart.
But I do know.
Anyone who asked for it had a website on the internet.
let me show you the album cover.
Quite a trip, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would be fun.
But it's worth it.
I was in bed with a horse and the lights were on.
It was so easy. I'm doing it again this year.
Don't call me.
Oh, let's forget the whole thing.
Tony, it's me.
Well, maybe I should say
Delicious and refreshing.
I don't play games like that.
Now stand up.
First thing you know, he'll spread the word around.
it's a new kind of coffee.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You may have already been conditioned to become part of
A new all-time high.
Oh,
That news has just come to us.
The radio's blasting away.
you saved my life today.
I want to know what that is so I can have a cupboard of it, please.
Then they'll just shake their heads in dismay.
Don't listen to what I say.
Here, try some.
Some people,
They almost got arrested.
We've got our end-ups for that sort of thing, so...
Kneel down to seek a mate from among the living.
You can pot roast these.
What?
Oh my goodness, what you learn at school these days.
I catch myself being naughty.
Please answer the following questions, yes or no.
As shown in illustration number 13A.
I'm sure your mommy and daddy love you very much.
Rewrite take 1.
Before I know it,
Tied up out back.
Well, what I could see of the other two, they were fine.
I had a long-distance relationship.
and who want to stay in such a cutthroat business?
You bet I do.
Get your breath.
The girl in the blue top.
Boogie woogie.
Bring some loving here today.
Maybe you could give me a little information on interior latex paint?
No, that's what he went out after.
We want to help you. Go ahead, if you want the truth.
Served with a little cracked ice.
And roaring rain.
Get a load of this guy.
Science, huh?
You are bound.
Pick up your telephone.
Thrills.
Then they may be disc jockeys.
Hold it. That's right, literally.
Right now.
I'd sure like that too.
I asked what type of music she was listening to. Well, now there's a way around that problem.
Well, I'm not that used to it.
I need a Band-Aid.
It's all going rather quickly now.
Just between you and me.
Some people become belligerent.
No doubt.
Cream's in body.
I assume that you are in pajamas.
Not forever. How would I know all of this?
Wow, I'd hate to drive like this all the time, wouldn't you?
A Three Stooges film festival. The DJ comes on and tells them,
Why are you here tonight?
I thought you couldn't speak English.
Hold the calls for a minute, will you, Sue?
Donna said when.
You're going to hear the lead singer.
She's eating it now.
That's it.
We'll get to you in a minute here.
And my friend says,
Get off it, come on.
Inconvenienced and probably irritated. Or you may need help.
Take a number from 1 to 10, hurry up.
I'll eat every cake in New York City.
Put on my high-heel tennis shoes and got the hell out of there, I'll tell you that.
Well, he may come back.
There is an open pizza box on his lap.
Sometimes blues.
Creamy as a fettuccine.
This gets awfully confusing.
And I don't even want to purport what it might say.
It is reality.
Fine.
send it somewhere. Do you know where they might send it to?
A geek in a business suit.
Use the most modern equipment.
So I plead with them.
You're extremely elegant.
You may hear something too.
There will be no more. Fine.
Don't argue!
And these Texas folks, their hidden message.
Well, I was forced to.
Unleash new power you may never have felt before.
I could care less.
Why not?
I might actually begin to believe that Brussels sprouts was good for me.
As he squeezes it,
You'll certainly appreciate eating it.
Give me the cake. And I want a woman who's...
Okay, let's roll the film.
Okay.
Yes.
Music that had backward messages in it.
I like some pumpkin pie.
I had the craziest dream.
As soon as she was out of sight.
Enjoy a muffin. Run.
Boy, I'm glad to be with you. Invisible and greaseless.
It's not that important.
There's a saying that goes,
I just don't care to commit myself.
it was kind of like getting a divorce.
Absolutely not. Now, people don't.
And this is where I'm talking about.
I don't blame him. Follow the directions we have given you.
You should know that.
So you've got to be tough.
I can't believe I'm seeing this with my own eyes.
Here's a lady, I think.
Damn it, Jim. There's somebody at the door.
Yeah, you heard her. Did you not?
You may not get out much, but you win.
Sausage pizza.
Well, now we want to ask you our question in the morning.
What's going on?
Let's use this demonstration model.
But if I do not receive a phone call back from you...
You squish him, squish him, squish him.
Kind words for Southeast Kansas.
What was he doing there? Well, that's a good part of the country, too.
Sure.
Watch and listen.
Velvet pattern.
Similarly layered to our tiramisu.
You're in a cafe.
I'm so full of cake.
No more rolling, shaping, padding, or crimping.
A young man knocks on the door.
I just came in to buy some paint.
Dig a hole and you have water.
You may have had the last of it.
Maybe they could go back and we could play that again.
To give to you.
A quick supper with friends.
To the surprise of many, details coming up.
Now, you probably have to guess at that.
Like me.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
How many pencils does he have?
You listen and tell me.
Are you ready physically for this training?
Don't press play.
Drop face first to the ground.
I'm going to call our bed huckster there and find out what he thinks about all this business.
You make good choices. Where would you like to go?
Now go on. Get out of here.
And that includes Mick Jagger and Alice Cooper.
Coffee and beer.
But I don't want to say that is for sure.
See if you can say it right now.
Let me warn you.
It's kind of irritating when you do that.
I'm sorry, but...
Do you want it?
And I don't want to have to repeat this no more.
How's the weather? Was it pretty nice that time of the year?
You look very taken aback by my approach.
Why, they're delicious.
Like to, but... oh, I don't know.
I didn't eat since early this morning.
So let's concentrate on our posture for just a moment.
Start his show off right for it.
You know how you talk.
So Donna gave it a try.
I'd like to try to play the nasty one.
That's right. Hurry up. Good.
Maybe. When did you first become conscious, do you recall?
You know you can play this game with your best friend, too.
Now I have.
I have that one under control.
I gotta get through.
I know.
You can't miss that delicate aroma.
Because there was this incredible pain in my back.
On the west side of the road there, yeah.
That's right.
He boldly declared, and I quote,
Offer good for first-timers only. Now they're doing it in reverse.
And look where I am now. Let's see if we have that queued up on tape. Not that I know.
How did you know of, huh?
No, I tried to, but couldn't get a passport.
I want to help them.
I'm not home till about 12:30, 1 o'clock at night.
Howdy, ma'am. May I ask your name?
You know, I have never seen a beautiful woman.
from rock and roll hell.
Because I'm always ready to have fun.
I gotta go.
So I'm giving you that 3 o'clock deadline.
See you tomorrow. Heidi and Kim, are you guys ready?
I don't want to say it's there.
I know my parents are worried about me.
No, we haven't.
Apparently she doesn't have any money.
What do you suppose that means?
He got caught. I want it now.
All right.
They ought to take his license away.
For his extended serpent-like tongue.
So that was you, wasn't it?
Crazy talk. How about offering a helping hand?
And I said, honey,
I got the hot dog.
Little does she suspect.
We surely have.
So high.
Hey, well, that's quite a story.
And as we're waiting for that...
Maybe something a little bit fancier than he'd expect.
Get the cake.
Hello, Ed?
Jesus Christ, how many more of there are you?
They're both quite tan.
Which we also hope you will enjoy.
There are so many things I'd like to do.
So let's have some music after this.
This is what they call a French curl.
It's a candy bar, bro. Congratulations.
What? You would think that he was a millionaire banker.
For 5 hours every day for the rest of your life.
And we've just been told now.
And so forth, and so forth.
Like a bird.
One of the most popular voices on radio and television.
I'm not sure I understand.
I decided I was just hallucinating, so I put it in my mouth and bit down.
Is October 31st a reality?
Swing like a golf club.
I dropped myself.
After work on Friday.
Do you want love in your life?
We want everybody to know that...
If you're tired, so am I.
Did I win?
Very well played.
This time it might be you.
And we hope that you'll tell your friends about our show.
But also...
Spin around, spin around, spin around.
So she cried.
We want to help you. I will not leave your daughter alone.
This is a dill pickle.
Imported from all over the world.
Try again, funny girl.
Crazy talk.
There's Daddy.
There are children here.
As often as possible.
And also they say,
It's time for us to get ready for bed, too.
but keep tuned to this station.
I think we all agree.
Any trouble out there?
A 6-foot poster.
Read the instructions in your book.
I should hope so with all this.
You'll never get ahead around here or anywhere else.
Yeah, who are you?
How many more of you are there?
I had a long-distance relationship.
You couldn't tell the difference until you started to eat them.
Get indoors fast.
Use the most modern equipment.
He doesn't need a babysitter.
You will find instructions in the front of your directory.
So you put in to work permanently.
Everybody thought it's a good idea.
I remove my finger.
Why not?
Extend your right arm.
It'll take years just to train a man to do that kind of top-quality work.
Yes, sir. That was science.
And so forth, and so forth.
Guess who asked me for a movie date tonight?
I'll eat all the cake.
I won't hold that against you.
Screaming out the windows.
Dig a hole for yourself.
You thought I was going to go around you, huh?
Yeah, I will.
You'll be stepping into a whole new future.
It's bad out there.
But this winter,
The peak of flavor perfection.
To seek a mate from among the living.
I know you'll enjoy it.
If you say so, I'll do it.
I don't like leaving second messages.
It's too late for me.
This offer prohibited by law. Feel absolutely free to do so.
Sound good?
Very good. Or you can fax us.
And I said, honey, I said,
See what's happening around the world.
I want to show you a slide of them.
Well, fine.
So long as you're wearing trousers.
That's right.
I go for a man who wears a hat.
Could be another issue that I'm not aware of.
In those days, we didn't,
Get uptight.
because
We're doing a number budget bill.
That clean, mellow taste.
And I fought my mother on eating Brussels sprouts.
I have some.
What you've never seen and you never will.
Kind of snuck up on your blind side.
I know.
I dropped myself.
How could you get it any different?
I got a long way to ride.
hold it.
Maybe you're on some medication for that.
And I'm always ready to play with you.
Waffles, right from the toaster.
It's waiting for you at the refreshment center.
Science will do it for you.
And what about the animals?
And it's less filling.
You can't get rid of me. You aren't going to get rid of me.
Actually, it's been a couple of years.
Don't listen to what I say.
Betsy chooses carefully.
And so forth. Then we'll give you the chance to do exactly that.
And now,
Hang on with your hands so you don't fall off.
you must take precautions.
Now you listen to me.
How much time do you have?
A man screams.
Try that.
Well, I'm beginning to enjoy hearing about it now.
Only 28 cents a pound.
I'm a registered nurse.
Maybe you could give me a little information on latex paint.
Movie companies will fold up. To top off the gaiety of the evening,
Psychic phenomena.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
For further information.
Kenny had a website on the internet.
So that the mushroom will
stand for 7 minutes.
And I hope that they won't, because I've had them before.
And that includes Mick Jagger and Alice Cooper.
That's right, literally.
just for the sake of a few moments of glory.
At your nearby drug and discount store.
He boldly declared, and I quote, "Welcome to the show."
You are a fool.
I don't know. I've often wondered
You've
myself.
often wondered, huh? Now let's see how we made out.
There goes Roger.
In the proper place.
What?
The fox gobbled him up.
This is none of your business.
I had to get the heck out of the area.
Choose the circus.
Well, now that's interesting. That's very interesting.
This is a miracle, Catherine.
My real name is Walter Anthony.
Tell us about them.
You can get thermocharged to a new all-time high.
It's priced to save you money.
Guess what? I have a word for you fellas. A satanic message.
Oh, that was quite a trip, huh?
The childbirth was endless.
But do the best you can.
Giving a thumbs up to the camera.
Attend this theater every week.
If you listen very closely, you'll hear...
You folks don't get away much here, do you?
No.
What do you want him to do?
It's your next.
Did you hear her?
Thursday afternoon.
Stop!
People have been flocking in here.
Numbers are vital.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, no. I am getting wet.
I'd have to vomit first.
There is a secret message.
So long as you're wearing trousers.
That's good, but that doesn't have anything to do with this.
Ooh, that was close. I lucked out.
It's a tulip. I don't like leaving second messages.
Especially at the drive-ins.
That little 7-word sentence.
Tell him I'm sorry for lying to him. I just couldn't believe it.
Very interesting.
You can't afford our cake.
I want the one that's tied out back.
You double-crossed me, and I'm going to let you have it.
Ordinary as anybody.
What did you think of the two bridges out there?
I've been very pleased to meet them.
Last Sunday night.
Just take it home with you.
Why, they're delicious.
But otherwise, it's extremely passive-aggressive.
Often, though, we're restrained.
Here is one, and this is a dandy.
Remember, we used to just get money.
And I don't want to have to repeat this no more.
A good percentage of people are nude.
Yes.
Sound good?
You squish them, squish them, squish them.
There's a basic reason for that.
But what are these?
Give me the cake.
Then they'll just shake their heads in dismay.
Listen to me.
How's the weather? Was it pretty nice that time of the year?
Here's a piece of it.
Well, it's probably a coincidence.
Further west than that, huh?
You don't have to mess with this.
With a little old woman.
Just you and me.
Sausage pizza.
Yeah, let me just throw it to there.
They just aren't available for love or money.
That's what some people say it says.
I'll prompt you when you have to speak.
I had the craziest dream.
The things I saw hurt me so bad.
I walked.
You walk?
If that's not long enough for us.
Cha-cha-cha.
You're welcome.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I'm not sure.
You can't miss that delicate aroma.
Some people become belligerent.
I'm a very direct, very assertive man.
Really tough.
Oh, just as much.
We're all set here, sir.
I just went over the moon.
Now go on. Get out of here.
Let's hear that backwards now.
I don't really date timid women. Call me. I'm completely single.
And I'm going to come over there and break your legs.
Well, you must live on a good side because...
Well, you called him.
Quick now, hurry up!
What are you so angry about?
There is an open pizza box on his lap.
Put it around your left ankle.
Now just a minute.
Think about it.
Offer prohibited by law.
Well, we knew that you wanted it immediately.
We became the best of friends.
Excuse me?
Take them with the skins on.
Now, let's review these pointers again.
I'll bet you even know your telephone number.
And I don't want to say it's there.
In the whole world, I am not.
What do you suppose that means?
That's the nice part of it.
You young'uns are never satisfied these days.
I'm great in bed.
I'd sure like that, too.
To whom does she belong?
How about offering a helping hand?
I just came in to buy some paint.
Go upstairs.
Oh, we're not fooling around anymore, boy.
Others will be watching you.
The cops see they're serious.
Maybe.
Serve with a little cracked ice.
But if you're psychologically normal...
Many a times you burn your fingers.
Boogie woogie.
Ain't no mountain like the real thing.
I formed a rock group.
To sign up for their website.
Catherine, who's going to kill you at Halloween? You have to listen closely.
You can sell almost anything.
Belt buckles.
And it's less filling.
And all of a sudden, she pulled the trigger. There's hot lead.
You hear me?
Well, I'd like to think it was a urinary infection, but...
I thought the colors were beautiful.
Invisible and greaseless.
I don't play games like that.
Some say this is garbled and you can't really hear it.
But Michael says that...
Is October 31st a reality?
Oh, everybody thinks it's so dependable.
Let me put it this way.
Well, it's up to you.
Well, I'm not that used to it.
So the bear cried, and he ran faster than ever.
You must undergo surgery immediately.
Can we start right now?
It ought to be a regular little jewel.
I said.
The time in Chicago, 1:30.
That's one good thing about the internet.
What it is.
Hi, who's this?
I'm from Leeds.
How many more of your kind?
With a little old woman running behind him.
While you're driving the car, for instance.
Hang up. Hang up. Hang up.
Go fishing. The relatives, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I want you.
Follow these suggestions and...
With their meals, they all drink beer.
Use the most modern equipment.
Certainly.
Give her a beak piece like that.
Just the way you are.
Oh, it would be nicer in the wintertime.
Yes, it would be. It'd be more pleasant.
So let's concentrate on our posture for just a moment.
In these cases,
You've done it again.
Section 2.
And here are the late news headlines.
Swing from left to right.
It's like you see on stupid TV shows.
Pretty concerned about you, young lady.
I know you'll enjoy it.
Now look here.
They become an object of ridicule.
Talking about yourself.
Sure you can.
I've only been single 4 months.
Sit home and play patty cake.
Pour into generous-sized cups.
Oh, wonderful.
Absolutely not.
And you reply,
What is all this? What's your name, please?
Guess who asked me for a movie date tonight?
Charles de Gaulle.
There are those who thirst for blood.
6-7 times a day.
Ready, begin.
That's right. That's right.
Settle down.
But the look is up.
Tell me about the types of people. What kind of people?
What can I do?
I still owe $125.
I went back to visit some friends.
I walk to you, John.
It was kind of like getting a divorce.
I'm always ready to play with you.
Hold it. But if you say so, I'll do it.
Part of it without clothing.
I can't even go into bakeries anymore.
Good thing. Start his show off right for it.
And he hasn't returned yet.
Give me the cake.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
Maybe they could go back.
There are many.
That's your problem.
Well, that's a good part of the country, too.
Sure.
Each community has its own in telephone needs.
Where every pizza includes sausage.
See what happens when you listen to him?
They're both quite tan.
Without a doubt.
On Friday, it'll be fair and mild.
A life-saving hell.
A can opener and a bottle opener are important. You cannot have this.
I possess the power to give you eternal life.
Thrills.
He likes to chew it.
Do you have a bicycle?
And my friend says,
What's your favorite game?
And also they say,
No, that's what he went out after.
Does he sometimes read you a story before you go to bed?
The more company you have,
See you tomorrow.
I got a long way to ride.
I can't be any clearer than that. How long were you gone?
From 12 to 12.
We then cut away.
I've been listening to all of them since I've been here.
Now they're doing it in reverse.
because of their beat, depending on how far away you are.
What do you mean?
Beautiful. Lather.
Listen, I don't want any part of this.
That's it. Secure it tightly.
From rock and roll hell. Stay out of the way, sir.
I would say there is no law.
Science will do it for you. It's confusing, isn't it?
You bet, I'd love to.
Try again.
A good first aid kit.
Creamy as a fettuccine.
So high.
It's bad out there.
Shoot some crystal.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Okay.
Yes.
3 coffees and 4 beers.
I want to play that a little slower.
If it were me,
You've got to be tough.
About 6 hours.
Take a number from 1 to 10. Hurry up.
I got the hot dog.
With a simple addition of a dress shirt or a frog.
And don't be discouraged.
Well, right about here, we want to get the president on.
They become an object of ridicule.
Having a cup of coffee. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up.
for a long, long time.
What's the matter now?
And we're going to get ready.
When you've done that,
here's how you do it.
And this is what I'm talking about.
Hi, who's this?
If you're on any sort of medication...
If you listen very closely, you'll hear...
What color is your hair?
So that was you, wasn't it?
Here is one, and this is a dandy.
I like some pumpkin pie.
Around the top, hippity-hop.
A life-saving hell.
Did you give that any thought?
anyone who asked for it.
How many?
And I used to put my hand on top of her head when we danced.
I don't know if I have that.
Congratulations!
What?
Bottoms up, let's go. Come on.
Now, I hope you guys didn't do too good a job.
One sweet day.
My finger.
You'll want some equipment.
But I don't want to say that that is for sure.
Give me the cake.
You may eat and drink just as you normally would.
They're plump, tender, mouth-watering.
And I hope that they won't, because I've had them before.
And many a times you burn your fingers.
I don't know if you pick up the messages on the weekend.
And I wonder if I might look around.
I'm every doggone thing.
We just can't get away.
You can't get away, uh-huh.
Reach in the oven and...
Words have two meanings.
Very interesting.
How do the local police feel about you?
No more waiting in line.
Gee, that's a shame.
Wear heavy boots or shoes.
You have to look very closely.
Let's try that. So Donna gave it a try.
It was so easy, I'm doing it again this year.
That's the nice part of it.
I want to know what that is so I can have a cupboard of it, please.
I said, is the manager in?
Give it a rest.
It's only the beginning.
Did you hear her?
You mean all day?
Now, we can help you in a number of ways.
And we hope that you'll tell your friends about our show.
But it's turned out that my embarrassment has completely left me.
Really?
And it says you're inferior.
Mm-hmm.
That's third grade stuff.
There is a secret message.
I just went over the moon.
The same can happen if you force my finger.
I walked around for a while after that.
Some of us smoke marijuana.
For dwarves and peanuts.
What was he doing there?
Me? Sure, what?
Stop!
These mistakes waste a lot of time.
Come on now, when you listen to that guy.
We have a quiz for you.
Now don't forget.
And by the next day,
Don't press play.
I wish I could see you.
How many are there in Wisconsin and Indiana?
Let's do that again. There were so many front lawns.
these facts may save your life.
But I don't want to think about your wife.
We'll talk about that later.
I never would have made it.
I've got to get a new one! Yes, this does mean you.
Think about it.
He can be awfully intelligent if he wants to.
Which side of the road are you on?
I'm 26.
I figure I better leave you a more detailed message.
You're not in Chicago now, Ronald McDonald.
Gee, that's a shame.
So she cried, but the man drew a deep breath and cried out.
We just can't get away.
Can't get away, uh-huh.
Because of their beat. Ladies and gentlemen, the news we've all been waiting for.
There goes Roger.
But otherwise,
Okay.
Boogie woogie all night long.
Because you fellas wanted to show how clever you are. And when you have a chance, wash it off.
Leaving every bit of the juice.
And I hope that they won't.
There is only one cure.
Zero in on the idea.
Oh, say what a family.
She's been having other things.
A year ago, Kenny passed away.
You can be dangerous.
So you're going to save money.
No, it's not worth it.
There's something special about beer.
No, not any.
My gosh.
Anyone on the internet?
Isn't that something? That's good, but that doesn't have anything to do with this.
Get real, would you?
Dreamy lather.
That's the name of the album.
Certainly.
I saw you first.
I know he'll enjoy it.
When you listen to that guy.
I enjoyed it so much that I decided to stick with it.
I guess so.
I watched Ellen for several months.
Pretty concerned about you, young lady.
Things were happening behind the scenes, too.
And I'm going to come over there and break your legs.
but I'm very particular about what I like.
Nobody's put forward any new ideas. Join now, members see it all.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
Yeah, you remember that.
You'll bless the day you've got a hold of it.
Alan learned to do it.
Well, I think it's a fat deal.
In just a few minutes.
Only 28 cents a pound.
Do you know who I am?
Cornflakes and bananas.
It was awkward and dull.
Like myself.
Just for a while anyway. Probably irritated. I am not ever.
There will be no potatoes.
It'll take years just to train.
Ireland, Britain, Ireland, Belgium, Ireland, Norway, and Canada, who became involved in KISS.
And your friends were very jealous.
That's third grade stuff.
And as long as I'm here, you watch and see.
It should only light up every once in a while.
But his home in Los Angeles.
Then he saw a big brown bear eating honey from a tree.
We then fade out.
Oh, I don't know. Can't remember.
And try again.
Break the curse of Ravinsky.
The smell of her big wraparound hugs.
I told her a lie about something or other.
Total revulsion.
Heavens no, they don't have fog.
All you do is sign it and put it in your wallet.
Absolutely free.
And I fought my mother on eating Brussels sprouts.
But one of them says my father's drugs couldn't have been that bad.
Don't worry, Rebecca.
Because as we both know.
Now just a minute. He doesn't need a babysitter.
I opened the door and there she stood.
It's really none of my business.
Good things.
Right? Right. Oh, I see.
I don't know, maybe you were abused in childhood. Talk to you soon. I figure I better leave you a more detailed message.
You young'uns are never satisfied these days.
He just shut himself up.
What for?
So I think it will help.
And I'm always ready.
Now, this is twice in a row.
That little 7-word sentence.
It's priced to save you money.
Declared the fox.
Preserved by vacuum packing.
You give that any thought?
You have a solution for it.
Boys on trombone.
Because, you know, some people leave early.
The favorite of young and old alike.
Fire-breathing demons.
Always be sure that you have the right number.
They just aren't available for love or money.
Now, I hope you guys didn't do too good a job.
Say, no, I'm English.
I'll fix it up right this time, huh? And don't be discouraged.
Very good.
That's better. Great talking to you, and good luck.
Is that ever fun?
Let's do that again.
And we'll dedicate this song to you.
I love cake. Now, here's the way I work.
Putting it in a neutral position.
Every Sunday night.
All right.
In her hand, she had a couple of guns.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Who's the other?
Very clever and maybe even a little satanic.
I remove my finger.
Excuse me?
It is now 4:30.
You'll never get ahead around here or anywhere else.
You said you were interested. As soon as you have the courage.
Run, as fast as you can.
Who is sitting on the couch giving a thumbs up to the camera.
Come to think of it, that is pretty dramatic, isn't it?
I never dreamed it would feel like this.
How long were you gone?
What if you're not where the beer is?
Whatever it is, teenagers are going for it.
But after a few hours...
Damn, those are some orangutans.
Well, get along close to your phone.
Queen has a message for you.
Not necessarily jazz.
I think I'll have to watch it about 5 more times, thank you.
Supper's ready.
Your mouth is bored.
Don't worry that you can't understand him.
Wear heavy boots or shoes.
I'm completely single.
See what happens when you listen to him?
Who is your best friend?
If not 100% satisfied...
We play a couple of quick games of volleyball, get the bus back home.
Well, I'd like to think it was a urinary infection, but...
Further west than that, huh?
I'd have to vomit first.
It'll make your show look good.
Not only for today.
Come here a minute.
You don't have to mess with this.
How come he won't?
Because I'm not.
The Acid Queen.
Then...
Her long blonde smile.
We had no eyewitnesses.
Now, I wonder if the group ferried the souls of the dead.
Tie definitely in with the occult.
You will find instructions in the front of your directory.
No-y.
Why would I be talking to you?
You might have thought he was a football player.
You can't get rid of me. You aren't going to get rid of me.
Well, how does it help him to forget it?
Remember,
Settle down and make the best of it.
hold it!
Don't do that to me here.
I'm in a difficult situation I've never been in before in my life.
Kenny was dead.
We know that's not possible.
Oh, it's a long time ago.
A long time ago, you folks don't get away much here, do you?
No.
No, I'm from Leeds.
You can't tell one from the other.
And he knew that he would have to run even faster.
And I'll be back by then.
A man screams.
Without a doubt.
You know, something to give the oomph.
Often, though, we're restrained.
We've got to think of our audience.
Come down fast.
Now, you just relax for a minute, okay?
I lucked out.
In human voices.
Here is your hurry memo for today.
I will not leave your daughter alone.
Oh, boy.
But there was a problem.
And I hope in all good taste.
I'm afraid not.
What can you do?
Well, I'm beginning to enjoy hearing about it now.
Because I want you to have love in your life.
How could you get it any different? Keep an eye on your condition for the next few days.
Okay?
You good people will all leave, depending on how far away you are.
Walk away from the door. ...
Listen, I wonder if you'd mind doing me a favor.
But it's turned out that my embarrassment has completely left me.
For the holidays or any time.
And the price was right. You will be hurt.
Definitely.
Definitely. All right.
Now, don't forget that.
And we deliver.
I can't even go into bakeries anymore.
But look a bit closer.
Me? Sure, what?
I like the outdoor life.
Stay out of the way,
Yes, I have 6.
Be individual.
Betsy and Bill are eating some of the leaves.
Stay out of the way. Stay out of the way.
I thank you.
So here's how it's going to work.
There is a secret message.
Because you can't afford our cake.
Her beautiful laugh.
Which incidentally is an ancient pagan symbol for demonic worship.
JJ wasn't paying cops to have sex.
Yes, this does mean you.
Exhale.
Section 3.
And now...
Ready, begin.
Hang up. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up.
And you can erase my number.
Invisible and greaseless.
It was kind of like getting a divorce.
But if I do not receive a phone call back from you...
For the holidays or any time.
I know something else that's fun, too.
Do you live in Hartford?
Yeah, I will.
For dwarves and peanuts.
And now...
And here it is May already.
How about fishing?
She thought how good he would taste.
Why are you here tonight?
You'll be stepping into a whole new future.
Yowza, yowza, yowza. What did they get for it?
I gotta get through.
I know.
Queen has a message for you.
Why didn't I know?
Keep your heels flat on the floor.
And once again... I'll fix it up right this time, huh?
Little does she suspect.
When he finally came out of his home,
And what about the animals? You're welcome.
Oh, that would be a beautiful trip.
For the Boy Scouts.
Are you ready physically for this training?
Okay.
I knew no one would ever buy it.
And so it's your turn to speak.
Isn't it?
I can.
I'm a complete catch. Because, some people leave early.
Actually, it's been a couple of years.
And then doesn't return calls.
Well, you called him.
I would say there is no law.
I don't like leaving second messages.
I've been very pleased to meet them.
I treat myself to something special.
Tell him I'm sorry for lying to him. And so much more. Peel potatoes tonight.
That's it. Secure it tightly.
Your wife wants a new fur coat.
Start with the umbrella.
Father likes the plan.
Oh, of course.
3 o'clock tomorrow, call me.
So I think it will help.
Yes, well, you're 2 days late.
Surprise him.
I'll bet you even know your telephone number.
So I'm pretty much around all weekend.
From my heart.
2, please.
I'd like to explain.
If your mother-in-law calls...
Extend your right arm.
Eyeshadow, shampoo, necklaces, hats.
I have that one under control.
Sprinkle molasses on them.
And I'm going to come over there and break your legs.
I don't know, maybe you were abused in childhood.
Totally out of control.
So we had a tough break.
It's like you see on stupid TV shows.
And that's what can happen.
I'm very intelligent.
How do the local police feel about you?
And I borrowed the sum of $50.
Then they'll just shake their heads in dismay.
They're all out there.
They all sit in the back anyway.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Like in Wisconsin.
I'd have to vomit first.
Wait, dude, how are you going to do that with the candy bar?
And with that, he ran even faster.
Turn around and run back up.
Because you can see these orange lights here.
Me? Sure, what?
So I plead with them.
Charles Atlas and Wee Willie Winky.
What if you're not where the beer is?
Wasn't funny. One of them caught me.
If you don't hear me...
And roaring rain.
You dig them.
Use the most modern equipment through finger control.
Which we also hope you will enjoy.
Then let go.
Something to give the oomph.
When all of a sudden I heard a knock on the door.
It's really none of my business.
I believe this might be the Wicked Witch of the East.
And my shampoo washes the body out.
I might actually begin to believe that Brussels sprouts was good for me.
Whatever they're supposed to be.
Hang up as carefully as possible.
Is it legal?
Everybody thought it's a good idea.
But I'm very particular about what I like.
Let's use this demonstration model.
Take a number from 1 to 10. Hurry up.
Now place it around your doorknob.
Well, I have to give you a little background.
And you and I are going to have fun talking with each other.
In her hand, she had a couple of guns.
So maybe you can do the job yourself.
Practice what you've learned.
Bring some loving here today.
So the bear cried,
I can't believe I'm seeing this with my own eyes.
Did you have to study? Do you remember?
And now...
I love cake.
To give to you.
So you're going to save money.
There's nothing wrong with me.
I need a Band-Aid.
So she cried,
Get indoors, fast.
Where every pizza includes sausage.
Yeah, you heard her. Did you not? Waiting for you.
I mean, he has a little bit of a pot belly.
You're outgrowing it. I can see that.
Don't watch Evel Knievel jump into a river.
Okay. And the Lord said to Noah,
with a little old woman running behind him.
I possess the power to give you eternal life.
Go fishing. The relatives, huh?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too long.
Put them all on at the same time.
Oh, listen to that guy.
She burned those records.
Yet another thing to consider.
Kind of snuck up on your blind side.
Pinto 72
was on similar lines.
Suppose it is good.
You eat it, eat it, eat it.
And then doesn't return calls.
You should suspect you.
After you've waited a reasonable time.
Follow these suggestions.
Which will be supplied later.
Some say this is garbled and you can't really hear it.
But do the best you can.
But you've got to wait until the...
Poke a hole in it.
It runs through a gizmo.
Here's how you do it.
It's extremely passive-aggressive.
We'll take care of it.
Sharp corners, no lumps.
No, I will not leave you alone.
Hold it. Okay, kids.
Stand aside a bit, folks, and let the horse cars by.
I said...
I want out.
And then go out and roll in the snow.
Was he a pretty good dancer?
I wonder if I'll ever be able to play ball again.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Oh, well, I'm not going to say that.
Make him happy.
Just a few strokes rolling it up and down.
So that the mushroom's
waiting for you at the refreshment center.
Use the same address for either or both.
And you are going to hear it.
And you will recognize the voice.
Let's see how much you know.
Will you give me a little time to think?
I left you my number.
But I did want you to hear that, and I sort of talked over it.
In the sauna. Well, it's up to you.
But many, many people have.
I said, honey.
Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man.
Screaming out the windows.
Let the romance begin.
You know, surprise him.
Tell me about the types of people. What kind of people?
Smoke a joint. Burn a little grass.
Red, a lot of red.
They have the drink and drink.
Oh.
And stick a bucket underneath.
Did you get to see Los Angeles?
Congratulations, man!
Which we hope.
And here's why.
3 o'clock tomorrow?
Oh, you really dream when you dream, don't you?
I guess so.
It crumbles.
Yes, think of it.
Play the fiddle, uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know.
Terrific fringe benefits.
Yeah, who are you?
I try to be very good.
California has many.
And you saved my life. I'm telling you, you did.
Don't let him get you all mixed up.
I had to walk away and dance.
You never know what'll happen next.
All right.
The cops see they're serious.
I've been listening to all of them since I've been here.
Does he sometimes read you a story?
Keep your heels flat on the floor.
Make it over right away.
We're in New Britain this afternoon.
In case you want to get it off while you're listening to the clock.
So do I.
There's this music playing.
Well, I have to give you a little background.
Make a move and I'll appreciate it.
To make the mushrooms.
Step to the rear of the car, please.
I'll assume that you've already left work.
No, we didn't at the time.
Didn't at the time. Why not?
It was awkward and dull.
I'm so full of cake.
You eat it, eat it, eat it.
These are facts, I'm telling you now.
I'd like to explain.
Music that had backward messages in it.
And I'll be back by then.
Which side of the road?
Through finger control.
I mean, he has a little bit of a pot belly.
Yes, I do.
And so forth, and so forth.
And here's why.
Now, we can help you in a number of ways.
Now, you may think that's the end of Alan's story.
2 years ago this fall.
As an expression of our joys.
Don't they have earthquakes?
Answer her.
Objection overruled. Here's the cash.
Waiting for you.
Maybe you're on,
I'd say you were marvelously mad.
Sold separately.
Drop face first to the ground.
You haven't.
No.
Stop! Stop!
Let's listen to that now.
That's better.
For only $9.98.
You should know that.
We'll call this here some hamburger.
And being single again.
You may not get out much, but you win.
Which one?
Ethel just can't compare.
Rewrite.
What in the world are you talking about?
4.5 acres of easy parking. Mrs. Schwartz?
Yeah?
We've had a lot of fun together.
You couldn't tell the difference until you started to eat them.
Our feast is ready.
Marking another first for the United States.
I'm not interested.
I said, oh, shucks.
It's going to be just for you, and you can keep it.
It'll make his show seem bad.
I'll buy a hat.
Wear heavy boots or shoes.
Now let's do it the other way around.
And I am.
Are all your hats white?
Oh, well, I'm not going to say that.
Can you help me?
No, I can't say that.
Why don't you leave Dick alone?
Waiting for you.
The fox gobbled him up.
She left us with many wonderful memories.
Mrs. Schwartz?
Yeah?
Was that after you were married?
For your information,
It seems to drink easier.
Happy motoring.
you can get thermocharged.
All your own.
Well, now that's interesting. That's very interesting.
You mean all day?
Mistakes do occur.
I came across another part.
Next morning, on the go again at 6:15.
Sorry, that's my truck.
3 coffees and 4 beers.
And it's endless.
I just don't know how that slipped through.
That's a lie.
And that's nice to know.
As though something was going to burst.
And then laughter in the fun house.
You know what I want to do with that?
This thing isn't hard to work.
I want to show you a slide of them.
Others will be watching you.
Make 'em peel potatoes for life?
Serve them piping hot.
Where did you go on your honeymoon?
I don't really date timid women.
You think he's an idiot or something?
In those days, we didn't. Oh, you know.
Is that your real name or is it a nickname?
Like in Wisconsin.
I've got to keep it.
You didn't, eh?
There are so many moments like this in a woman's life.
To top off the gaiety of the evening.
When I first met you, you were lying in the street.
I was worth living for.
Sound good?
Who are you?
A satanic message.
The brand of quality.
I have no idea. I can't get rid of you.
I knew no one would ever buy it.
If I were you, I'd
Sit down in your chair.
They all sit in the back anyway.
We're all set here, sir.
Hang on with your hands so you don't fall off.
Waffles right from the toaster.
Guess what?
Oh,
then you squish them.
it all depends on how you look at it.
But let me go on.
Chicago's weather in just a moment.
If you just had an interesting job to look forward to.
I think it was a blind date.
Thanks.
At the present time,
He's not in just now.
In a subliminal way.
Airplanes skywriting.
For those of you who might have just joined us.
You may eat and drink just as you normally would.
not so bad, huh?
Whipping around, fishtailing, and all of a sudden...
Could be another issue that I'm not aware of.
Which makes it completely legal.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect that of you.
Don't they have earthquakes?
Remember, it used to be by word of mouth.
In reverse.
Run into the middle with 5 steps.
With that in mind.
How's this for a deal?
Do I get to keep my clothes?
It's been a couple of very difficult days for me for some reason.
Sportswear is the answer.
Ooh, that was close.
Thin crust pepperoni pizza.
Got it. Okay. Something I'm paying you to decide.
Call me.
Everybody needs to know.
Well, fine.
And it's less filling.
Here we go.
By golly, somebody wants to take it away from him.
That story's coming up.
From the Indies.
I don't know if you pick up the messages on the weekend.
Don't get yourself all flustered.
I thought that was an ad-lib from Elton.
You are about to hear...
I'm going to be terrible.
People have been flocking in here.
Because...
Yeah, that's one good thing about the internet.
Not quite.
Tony, is that you?
That's your problem.
Here we go.
They're plump, tender, mouth-watering.
The subliminal message is...
Excruciatingly painful.
They're mesmerized by the music.
Let the good times roll.
Can you speak English?
What would you like to do if you had a chance this summer?
It's just dynamite action.
There are those who thirst for blood.
The meanest thing in the world.
Easier to decorate Christmas trees.
And go back to watching TV.
Kenny was dead.
And he knew that he would have to run even faster.
Delicious and refreshing.
Comparably equipped. Best friend.
Them other Rudy Poops.
You're listening to The Hottest Stars.
You will join a special group.
Oh, yes, here it is.
You'll certainly appreciate eating it.
Promotional consideration brought to you by...
What have I got to do?
Oh, boy.
Things were happening behind the scenes, too.
Played the fiddle, uh-huh.
Keep an eye on your condition for the next few days.
Pick up your telephone.
As any of you who've had them will know.
Now, I'm sure that most of you have used a telephone before.
How many more of you are there?
Follow the directions we have given you.
What was he doing there?
It's all my fault what happened.
Yes, think of it. Even if they say they weren't.
I'm going back to the party.
Let him off the hook.
Discrimination against out-of-town clown.
I thought there were 3 of them, counting Harry.
Say your part aloud.
Chicken primavera.
No, I can't say that.
I won't let you go.
So do I.
Whatever they supposed to be.
Put on my high heel tennis shoes and got the hell out of there, I'll tell you that.
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
In reverse.
Fine.
Well, let's say we get the party started now.
For a long, long time.
She wasn't really a successful dancer.
Oh, you bet. I'm one of the 2 best men in America.
Then there is an advisory statement.
Oh, you might say sex.
I don't know.
What are you looking for?
Why, Alan, I didn't say anything about you.
Oh, Bill, we must plant corn.
Here we go.
As the countdown rocks on.
Bill and Betsy have been making a plan.
But I don't want to think about your wife.
A young man knocks on the door.
He has a little bit of a pot belly.
It almost does. You will vomit and grow weak.
Don't call up here talking about
The peak of flavor perfection.
Hang up as carefully as possible.
In just a few minutes.
As though something was going to burst.
There are so many moments like this in a woman's life.
Let the good times roll.
You're out of beer.
Inconvenienced and probably irritated.
I'm afraid not.
Now, that's my interpretation.
You can get thermocharged.
Because you can see these orange lights here.
No doubt.
We can't have that.
And this was directed to the children.
So, anyway, we'll talk about that.
Don't get yourself all flustered.
But when you do, call me.
As we have.
Yes, indeed.
I kept driving by a sign that said...
He's wearing the pizza box.
I don't blame him. Protect yourself against you.
for the Boy Scouts.
Because things like this one.
I was born with a tooth, so.
Thanks.
Oh, that's terrible.
Your wife wants a new fur coat.
I've got to get a new one.
But this winter.
You spread it, then you eat it.
Well, get along close to your phone.
When you listen to that guy.
Why struggle with your lessons?
You're not in Chicago now, Ronald McDonald.
In another month.
I want out.
Like to, but oh.
Little dose of science can do wonders.
Stay out of the way. Stay out of the way.
It crumbles.
Come on now.
I can cover almost anything with wallpaper.
Okay, everybody up.
You and your advice. They ought to take his license away.
Guess what?
Oh. There's a lot of things you don't think of.
What is your reaction to the Einstein theory?
It's just dynamite action.
Nobody's put forward any new ideas.
Was that after you're married?
You never know what'll happen next.
I'm sorry, but
Until they're willing to.
Take a big deep breath, inhale through your nose.
Don't press play.
Which we also hope you will enjoy.
Got it? Okay. It makes me mad. They are here somewhere.
Iced cold beverages.
And then go out and roll in the snow.
Now stand up.
In a few moments.
So get out of here.
One day,
Unleash new power you may never have felt before.
How do you spell that?
You don't care what happens to Dick, do you?
We'll get to you in a minute here.
The man sat up on the table.
Don't forget any now.
You've had no trouble at all.
Probably not.
Don't do that to me here.
hold the calls for a minute, will you, Sue?
Because I'm always ready to have fun.
And you saved my life, I'm telling you, you did.
Let the good times roll.
Not so bad, huh?
As shown in illustration number 13A.
We'll talk about that later.
Please, hold up that flash.
Do I get to keep my clothes?
Since it's spring only.
We then cut away. Apparently she doesn't have any money.
How you doing? Glad to be here.
And you know what else I like?
All you try to do is take the fun out of life.
I came across another part.
Now, listen closely.
And I borrowed the sum of $50.
And here are the late news headlines. Excruciatingly painful.
Seeing that no one was around.
Because there was this incredible pain in my back.
In case you want to get it off.
Oh, listen to that guy.
And that's nice to know.
And try again.
But let me go on.
And the price was right.
Have you seen any strange-looking characters in here lately?
And it's endless.
And if you're tired, so am I.
In human voices.
Exhale.
She looks as though she's not married.
She wasn't really a successful dancer.
Don't just suck air in and blow it out.
These Rudy poops around here.
Having a cup of coffee.
And your friends were very jealous.
Putting it in a neutral position.
Oh, it is some.
I meant boot.
3 o'clock tomorrow?
She looks as though she's
Preserved by vacuum packing.
So let's have some music after this.
Fine.
What time is it?
There's no escape in it.
But I do know.
That news has just come to us.
Very good.
And we'll dedicate this song to you.
You may have had the last of it.
I watched Ellen for several months.
Remember,
Peanut butter.
Do get full power from every drop.
It's good to be where there's lots of it around.
And I want you to listen for exactly what I said before.
You know how y'all talk, you know.
Potato chips.
Now, this is twice in a row.
Words have two meanings.
It means you're inferior.
a million things to do and not enough time to do them.
then you squish them.
This sensation will pass.
Two girls fully dressed.
Come here a minute. I remove my finger.
It runs through a gizmo.
And you are going to hear it.
Somebody started screaming.
There are hundreds.
If not 100% satisfied,
You bless the day you've got a hold of it.
Where's the cake?
I assume that you are in pajamas.
How was your trip to Rome?
I asked what type of music she was listening to.
Because, some people leave early.
Sadomasochistic 8 and 9-year-olds.
the kind we can all use.
I came across another part.
Watch and listen.
Serve them piping hot.
And we deliver.
Be individual.
Well, that's a good thing.
Or you can peel potatoes for life.
Ain't gonna bite you, Ed.
Here, have a cup of Joe and we'll talk about it, huh?
That's why you're here.
Might be a good idea if you look in on him.
Leaving every bit of the juice.
I guess so.
As long as there's no wind.
It doesn't hurt.
Do I get to keep my clothes?
But I'll let you guys decide.
Try again, funny girl.
Oh, of course.
I don't even know what to say to you.
And our world leaders won't be human beings.
So we had a tough break.
Hello, everybody. Well, what are you doing?
For that matter.
I hate Brussels sprouts.
You a good disc jockey.
And I'm sure sorry.
To stop it,
These are facts I'm telling you now.
But what are these?
Now you may think that's the end of Alan's story.
And I called the desk clerk and I said,
It doesn't hurt.
And you know what else I like?
He's the nasty one.
I'm not afraid anymore.
We do need them sometimes.
In another month.
Everybody drinks with me. Chug a lot.
And by the next day,
Well, you don't look at all any different from anybody down the block.
And it says you're inferior.
Just like that.
And I'll grant you that.
How about fishing?
I said, is the manager in?
One sweet day. 16 years later.
That's right around the corner.
Come a long way.
Would you invest that small effort?
Take a big deep breath, inhale through your nose.
Please.
This is none of your business.
So anyway, we'll talk about that.
Follow these simple rules.
and if you can,
by comparison.
The video has stopped.
And we welcome you in our little club and so forth.
No parking meters or parallel parking?
What did you think of the two bridges out there?
But the man only laughed.
Until you start to eat them.
He likes to chew it.
I just went over the moon.
Reach in the oven and...
Mushroom.
Why do you bother me with something simple like this?
Oh, there's 14.
You know, one of those big, long boats.
You will hear the familiar,
what time is it?
Face it.
Her long, blonde smile.
Then let go.
You got that one right.
Just the way you are.
For next to nothing.
Do you realize what this means?
You get full power from every drop.
How good they will taste.
Every pizza includes sausage.
If you were looking for your mom,
I'm going back to the party.
I just couldn't believe it.
Words have two meanings.
I believe this might be the Wicked Witch of the East.
Plus my book and all those other materials that we're going to send you.
I'm very intelligent.
Chicken Primavera! Ooh, let's play a game together.
You speak to me.
Why are you here tonight?
there are those who thirst for blood.
Well, maybe I should say,
Creamy body.
Quick now, hurry up.
See if you can say it right now.
I'm going back to the party.
He said, go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
I'm not interested.
Maybe.
I love cake.
He's not in just now.
What a difference, wow.
Hey, well, that's quite a story. Well, I have to give you a little background.
See here, I ain't no more old-fashioned than you are.
I've got to keep it.
And we can't have that.
I don't play that game.
Little dose of science to give to you.
And the Lord said to Noah,
I have no trouble meeting women.
Well, that's a good thing.
But you've got to wait until the people are ready to...
Comma 0, comma 0, comma 0.
just taste it.
I told her a lie about something or other.
Every once in a while.
When they take their clothes off, they're...
well, at this moment,
On Wednesday.
Hello, everybody. Well, what are you doing?
If you want to go ahead and destroy an entire industry...
Ooh, let's play a game together.
Why didn't I know?
Well, you don't look at all any different from anybody down the block.
Well, you should know by now.
I'm going to be terrible.
Maybe.
Often, though, we're restrained.
When I first met you, you were lying in the street.
Well, listen, I don't know how to explain it any other way.
Yes. There are so many moments like this in a woman's life.
Oh.
There's a lot of things you don't think of.
I leave the ball in your court.
Thank you, sir.
It's extremely passive-aggressive.
Now, in just a moment, we're going to come back and announce who receives the award this morning.
If you don't hear me...
For that matter.
I just came in to buy some paint.
If I were you, I'd...
Say your part aloud.
It's with pleasure that I award you this.
I'll prompt you when you have to speak.
I went back to visit some friends.
Depending on how far away you are.
No, not any.
There are hundreds.
I have a bad case of diarrhea.
We had no eyewitnesses.
You'll join a special group.
You bet I do.
Yep, it's real good.
She was just a little squirt.
Here comes the waiter now.
Oh, I just had to talk to you.
Totally out of control.
Even if they say they weren't.
See, a lot of people have been giving false information.
And you are going to hear it.
You might have thought he was a football player.
Sorry to say time's up for today, but...
So that's it.
Stop. Thank you, sir.
There goes Roger, playing again. We've used many words that may be new to you, but are really very simple. If what some of the words mean still isn't quite clear, ask Mom and Dad for help.
It's time to play my piano now.